We've now witnessed 3 hearings in this Spalding probe, 2 this week. I don't know about you, but watching and reporting on all this, it could feel like there's so much new information that some of the evidence starts to run together. And we have our whole team of anchors, reporters, our journalistic colleagues tracking it. And as we've been sitting at that big table with Rachel, sometimes we go, was that new? Wait, did Trump's lawyer just say he thought they were committing crimes? What did Trump call Pence? So just as this week's coverage was led by our colleague, Rachel Maddow, we have now put together something special for you right now. We hope it might even be useful. Some of the key factual moments that stand out and matter in all of this from the most recent hearings as well as Rachel's coverage.
This morning, we'll tell the story of how Donald Trump lost an election and knew he lost an election, and as a result of his loss, decided to wage an attack on our democracy.
President Trump claimed victory on election night, even though his campaign had not concluded that he won.
I was saying that we should not go and declare victory until we had a better sense of the numbers.
It was far too early to be making any calls like that. Ballots were still being counted.
There were suggestions by, I believe it was Mayor Giuliani, to go and declare victory and say that we'd won it outright.
We heard that President Trump followed advice from a reportedly drunken Rudy Giuliani.
Was there anyone in that conversation who, in your observation, had too much to drink?
Like Mayor Giuliani. And the mayor was definitely intoxicated.
I told him that the stuff that his people were shoveling out to the public was I mean, that the claims of fraud were and he was indignant about that, and they were idiotic claims. I thought, boy, if he really believes this stuff, he has, lost contact with he's become detached from reality.
Former President Trump's false claims about supposed fraud in the election may not have just been his vehicle to try to overthrow the U.S. government. They may also have been a vehicle to line his own pockets.
Between Election Day and January 6th, the Trump campaign sent millions of fundraising emails to Trump supporters. They continued to barrage small-dollar donors with emails, encouraging them to donate to something called the Official Election Defense Fund. The Select Committee discovered no such fund existed.
Not only was there the big lie, there was the big ripoff.
The Constitution says that the Vice President of the United States oversees the process of counting the Electoral College votes.
Today, we're focusing on President Trump's relentless effort to pressure Mike Pence to refuse to count electoral votes on January 6th.
I remember hearing the word wimp. Either he called him a wimp. I don't remember if he said, you are a wimp, you'll be a wimp. Wimp is the word I remember.
A big portion of the hearing today was about how John Eastman, Trump's lawyer on this issue, actually knew and admitted that this plot he and the president were pursuing was illegal.
When Mr. Eastman came in, he said, I'm here to request that you reject the electors. I said, John, if the vice president did what you were asking him to do, we would lose 9-0 in the Supreme Court, wouldn't we? I concluded by saying, John, in light of everything that we've discussed, can't we just both agree that this is a terrible idea?
I said to him, are you out of your effing mind? Now I'm going to give you the best free legal advice you're ever getting in your life. Get a great effing criminal defense lawyer. You're going to need it.
Dr. Eastman emailed Rudy Giuliani and requested that he be included on a list of potential recipients of a presidential pardon.
So you would have had just an unprecedented constitutional jump ball situation with that standoff. And as I expressed to him, that issue might well then have to be decided in the streets.
We finally got the connection between the illegality of their plot and the fact that there was violence.
He said, you're going to cause riots in the streets. And he said words to the effect of, there's been violence in the history of our country, Eric, to protect the democracy or protect the republic.
I'm hearing reports that Pence caved. I'm telling you, if Pence caved, we're going to drag through the streets.
The investigators reported today that an informant inside the Proud Boys, the pro-Trump paramilitary group, has told the FBI that, in fact, had the Proud Boys been able to find Mike Pence on January 6th, they did intend to kill him.
And that is all just this week.